What's up YouTube, this is JP Panther back with a video, and today's video is actually my thoughts on like Black Widow and stuff like that. I kind of want to talk to you guys about this because it's been, the movie comes out like technically tomorrow, preview night, but technically Friday is the official date of Black Widow, stuff like that. And it's been a lot of drama, stuff like that. And I know a lot of you guys have been sending me stuff like telling me like, yo, you should talk about this, you should talk about Black Widow, you should talk about this and that. I kind of told you I was kind of like off of the MCU because to me they just kept delaying their movies and TV shows. I know they dropped Loki and stuff like that. I'll probably watch that, and if y'all really want me to do a review on it, fine, but I'm not really motivated to do the Marvel TV shows like that. Even the movies to a certain extent, right? And also like now I see on like YouTube, it's all this outrage culture crap where it's like, Scarlett Johansson is like, you pretty much, she's talking about how Iron Man 2, she was a piece of ass and stuff like that, and very hypersexualized and stuff like that. It's a lot of drama, man. And even now, you have this other Blade star. He came out recently slamming the movie because I guess he saw it early with other people, saying that the movie was trash. It was like a bad video game, stuff like that. And this video is pretty much about, Black Widow. And the whole title is pretty much, do I think it's going to flop? And now they're putting all these pandemic numbers and spins and stuff like that. Because the problem is people say, oh, well, in the COVID era, Fast and the Furious made like, 500-something million? I'm like, listen, you got to be honest. That movie cost like 300-something million to make. There's no way in hell that's a success. I don't care what anyone says, right? Oh yeah, my Box of Mojo, they said 503 million worldwide. Again, that's a flop. It's like, what do you mean it's a flop? Listen, I'm telling you, that's a flop. That, in normal circumstances, that is a flop. Because I know they're trying to do, pre-COVID era. No, if you spend that much money, and the market's probably at least 150 million, add that times, so it's 450 times 2, so it needs to really make like 900 million to make a profit, to be honest with you. And they thought Fast and Furious 8 was a disappointment, and that made 1.2 billion instead of making 1.5 billion like Fast and Furious 7 did. So they thought that was a financial disappointment. This is definitely a financial disappointment. That's why you don't see Universal really running it, or Comcast running their mouth, saying, we made 100 million on Trolls, give everyone a middle finger. They're not having that same attitude with Fast and the Furious because they know it's a flop. And again, they're going to film Fast 10 already, so it doesn't matter. They're already in pre-production and all that. So, and I think Fast 10 is going to be filmed in China, so it doesn't matter. The movie's still going to get its final movie to wrap it up, a part 1, part 2, and they already spend the money on it, so it doesn't even matter. But when it comes to Black Widow, I know I've been kind of getting off topic. Do I think the movie's going to flop? Honestly, I'll be honest with you. Right? This is just my personal opinion. They're going to try to flip it and turn it, being like, in the COVID era and, people this and that. I don't care. And, they're going to try to move the goalpost, stuff like that. And now they're projected to do 100 million opening weekend domestically and stuff like that. Listen, I'm be honest with you, right? And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, flip-floppy like all these other YouTubers and people or movie critics and stuff like that. I personally think unless it makes, if it makes like Doctor Strange and Winter Soldier numbers, like between that high 600. Between 714 around that Winter Soldier, because Winter Soldier made like 714 million. If it makes those type of numbers, it's a success. Whether we like Marvel, hate Marvel, it's a financial success. If it makes Winter Soldier type numbers around that 700 million, then it's a success, whether you guys like it or not. It's just keep it honest, right? And also the problem is, if you guys are going to keep on saying, if it flops or underperforms or whatever they're going to call it, it's like, this is the bar, this is the standard, this is where, the peak of the pan. No, I cut all that crap out. If you can't convince people to drag themselves out there, you can't convince people to drag themselves out of their houses to go see a movie theater. It is summertime. It is hot. People want their popcorn. They want their drinks. And if you have people still scared of COVID and stuff like that, then I don't want to hear it, to be honest with you, because right now, Demon Slayer made 514 million worldwide. At least the last box office numbers, at least I saw for Demon Slayer. It made 514 million worldwide and became the second highest grossing anime in North America and stuff like that. Anime movie in North America and stuff like that. So I personally don't want to hear it, right? So people showed up for Demon Slayer. You guys could easily show up for Black Widow, and it shows you that everything was happening. Now we got the Delta variant. Then we got what they just announced today. I don't know if you guys saw in the news, at least I was at work and stuff like that. They announced that with the COVID worldwide deaths, over 4 million people have died of COVID. I'm like, yeah, it's serious. So that type of fear is going to definitely hurt the box office. And also, it's going to be kind of hard to pull off the whole it's $1 billion movie, stuff like that, when other countries have restrictions and they're in lockdown, like India and Canada and other countries, even the UK. I know the UK is getting out of it, but they're still in restrictions and stuff like that. So it's going to be very, very hard to pull those big numbers. And also to see how loyal the MCU fan base is, because I've criticized the Marvel fan base. You feel me? Disney, Kevin Feige, Marvel, and all of them. You can't tell me you have a movie like Endgame that makes all this money and you can't convince people to buy their comic books. You drop a Demon Slayer movie, people are buying the manga left and right. They're selling them right now on Barnes & Noble or Amazon or wherever it is. The manga's selling out like crazy. Black Widow graphic novels should be selling on New York Times, the top 20 book scans, you know what I mean? Barnes & Noble's bestsellers. It should at least be 100, the 100 top selling books in Barnes & Noble or something like that. It should be on that list. But it shows you a lot of you MCU fans are full of crap, and it shows you a lot of Disney people are full of crap because you can't convince people to buy your own freaking books. Where the Demon Slayer fans, the My Hero Academia fans, the Attack on Titan fans, they convince the general public to buy their books and buy their merchandise and stuff like that. It takes you, 2 years until you drop a Marvel TV show and a movie. Because remember, the last Marvel movie that came out was Spider-Man Far From Home. And that was July of 2 years ago. Yeah, it was July of 2 years ago. So this is going to be 2 years after that. So we're going to see what happens. I do think people will go see Black Widow. 100 million domestically, I'll see what I believe it. That's just my personal opinion. Because even right now, even where I work and stuff like that, people are still scared to go outside and stuff like that and be, normal and all that. So I'm just saying, this is just everyday, really regular people. And also the problem is that it's gonna be on Disney Plus, the whole $30, you pay $30, whatever it is. That movie's going to get pirated like crazy. It's just what it is. Once you put it on a streaming service, you're giving people permission to pirate it and post it all over the internet. Unless Disney does something where they go after the people who pirate it and stuff like that. Again, I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to go to the movie theater to see it. I'll pay my money. I want a theatrical experience with the Black Widow movie. And, I will like to see if there's people in my packed movie theater. Hopefully they do. Because people saw for A Quiet Place, but again, Quiet Place is more of a horror type film. Demon Slayer was, an anime type thing. And also, mind you, there was no other new movies at the time, so that was different. Fast and the Furious, of course people will go see Fast and Furious. Doesn't mean everybody's going to go see Fast and Furious, but a good amount of people will go see Fast and the Furious. And I think it'll be on that Fast and the Furious type of thing. I think people will go see Black Widow. I just don't think it's going to be the $1 billion movie you want. If it hits 600, 700 million, then cool. It's great. But also, I think part of it is that anime manga has been taken over. Disney has been dicking around, has been pushing their movies and TV shows back, and now people are just I'm jumping on Chainsaw Man, I'm jumping on Orientin, I'm jumping on, My Hero Academia, especially My Hero Academia. You're telling me My Hero Academia does a better superhero storytelling than the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you guys made $50 billion, probably more than that, but, you're telling me you guys can't beat a Japanese superhero cartoon? That's embarrassing as hell. And also the crazy thing about it is that it's on Hulu, which is a Disney-owned streaming service, by shareholders and investors and stuff like that. But you're telling me you can't even beat a Japanese superhero anime? And if you look at everything was happening with Marvel stuff like that, and again, I'll probably do a whole nother video talking about it, where they're rushing Black Panther, the movie Shang-Chi on the Labor Day, when My Villain Academia is about to take over and change the general perception of superhero storytelling. So you're telling me you're doing it just because of that particular anime or that particular TV series? That is a huge economic big deal. And again, we'll see what happens, man. I mean, if Black Widow becomes successful, it becomes successful. If it flops, it flops. But I just want to see how loyal these MCU fan base are. Listen, there's a pandemic. People are dying. They're dropping dead like flies. Are they willing to pay for it? Are they really going to... No, I don't even pay for it. I'm saying, are you guys want to go to the theater? Because the thing is, with the Disney Plus numbers, they can just easily make that crap out. Like, oh, we had 18 million people that bought Black Widow. Okay, where's your evidence? Well, we don't have no evidence. We could just fudge the numbers. Now, with the box office, it's a lot different because you got to show tax and write-ups and stuff like that. But with Black Widow box office, that's what we all care about. We don't care about the Disney Plus exclusive numbers. I don't care about all that crap. I care about the box office numbers. I want to see if it makes 700 or a high 600 million worldwide. And let's see if China bails it out. Let's see if South Korea bails it out. Let's see if all these other countries bail it out. Let's just see how powerful the Marvel Cinematic Universe is during a global race war, a capital riot, a recession, global race war, all this crazy, horrible stuff. Let's see how well you are at the battlefield. That's what I want to see. I just want to see how well Black Widow will do in a war zone. That's just what I want to see. That's the reason why this box office is a big deal. If Black Widow flops, yeah, Hollywood's going to be done. They're pretty much screwed. So, and anime manga's already taken over, so it doesn't even matter. So again, that's pretty much it, guys. This is my thoughts on the Black Widow box office, if the movie will flop or not. That's just my quick thoughts. Tell me what you guys think about this. Do you think Black Widow's going to flop? Do you think it's going to make a bunch of money? Do you think it's going to make $1 billion? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care. Make sure you guys all stay safe.